Yes, 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 yes. Welcome, 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 everybody. Welcome, everyone. Here we are. We're finally here. We're finally here, family. We are finally here. What is going on, family? What's happening to all my Marvel heads out there? What's happening? It's your man, VACAY-J. And yes, we are back with another live event. Super excited to be here, fam. And if you clicked on this, you already know we're about to cover. That's right. We're about to cover Loki Season 2. That's right. Loki Season 2. If you are a Marvel head, you already know how big this is right here. So we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about, our reactions to the first episode of Season 2. If you like Loki, definitely hit that like button right here. If you're loving Marvel, hit that like button right here. I'm a Marvel head, fam. So you already know we're going to get into it, fam. But just know I am blessed, right? I'm super blessed because I'm not having to do this by myself. Let me tell you something. You know, the way I met this next person that I'm going to introduce, I actually met her in a Marvel group. Okay. Tried to holler at her. I ain't going front. Tried to holler at her, but we became real close friends. She's like a sister to me. All right. I think she's ready to come on up because we're going to talk about this first episode and what we think about where the season is going to go. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about none other than the OG, the VACAY-JTV OG. That's right. Amy Veronica is in the building. Welcome back. Welcome back.
What's up, y'all? I can't believe you just told these people that.
Listen, we are transparent here. We're transparent here. You know what I mean? We're transparent here. They know me. Now they know you. It's all good. It's all love. Listen, I'm excited. How you doing?
I'm good. It's actually, it feels good to be in this space with you again. Like, it's been months.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time. You know, Amy been doing her thing, holding it down, making it happen. Of course, looking pretty as ever with her makeup. She got her green Loki going on.
We gotta represent Loki. We gotta.
That's right. I got my
gold around here.
We got that green and gold popping. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into this, fam. Listen, if you're watching this, just know we are gonna talk about the first episode. So if you haven't seen it, go ahead, skedaddle. Come on back. Because we are going to spoil this. We are going to spoil it. You know what I mean? So make sure you check it out. Come on back because we are going to talk about it today. Definitely. Let's see who's in the house, Amy. Let's go and see who's in the building. You know, let me see. I think you got some folks out here who haven't seen you in such a long time. What's up to Daria? Hey, Daria. Daria's in the building.
Hi. It's good to see you.
Yeah. All things ruthless in the building. What's good? What's good, sis? Good to see you. That's a VACAY VIP right there. She is a member of VACAY-JTV.
I've checked y'all out a couple of times. Hello.
Yeah. Tifinity TV is in the building. Okay. She's here.
Okay,
she's here.
Okay. Listen, the OG's coming out.
OG's coming out. Tiff was the first person to go live with me. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you. Now, she would be here, but she didn't get a chance to see the episode yet. So it's all good. You'll just catch the next time we go around.
Hope we don't spoil it for you, Tiff.
Well, you know, she gonna watch us. What's going on? What's going on, Monique? Monique, 69 Ways. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for coming through. Family, we appreciate you. Of course, there you go. There go your shout out. Daria, there she is. She's saying, what's up, Amy? Miss Amy. All right. Welcome. It's Friday, fam. Yeah. We're excited. It's Friday. Listen, we're excited to have everybody up in the building. I don't know. Listen, let's get right into it. What you think about this episode 1 of season 2? Like, what are you rating? Let's go.
We've been waiting on this. Episode 1, they came out the gate swinging, hit the ground running. Like, this was definitely, I ain't going to give it a 10 because I'm going to save that for wherever we going. But it was super solid. It was no less than an 8. They hit the ground running with this one.
Definitely hit the ground running with this one, fam. Listen, I'm going to play this trailer real quick, and then I'm going to come back with mine, all right?
If what I saw is true,
this real quick.
War is on its way.
We've got to fix this, or Loki will be lost forever.
Great. This entire place is going to be destroyed.
They have one shot at this.
Whatever we do, we're playing God.
What could we have done differently?
Loki Season 2.
Yeah, fam. So listen, that was the trailer. I mean, to me, I'm gonna give it a 9, yo. I'm gonna give it a solid 9 because man, out the gate, they was just running, like it was just
Literally.
moving. It was like it didn't stop, right? I mean, I'm just like, whoa, what is going on here? Like it was moving, it was man. I was excited. I was excited to see it. So I'm gonna give it a solid 9. And again, family, we are going to spoil it because we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna get into it. Talk about the things we love, we like, talk about some things that we missed, some things that we didn't like. So, Amy, now that you're back, you're back in the groove, okay? You here, you know how this thing goes.
Right.
We've done this a million times. So,
Right.
so let's talk about, what you liked and what you didn't like. What were some of the things that popped out to you?
So with Loki, it's always the little things, right? And that's not just with Loki. That's just Marvel. Period. It's always the little things that they do that just make us freak out. But I think probably the thing I enjoyed the most in this episode was when Loki time slipped into what we now know to be when he went into the past.
Right.
And he's interacting with OB or Oribus. He's talking to OB. And in the present, while OB is with Mobius, he's remembering the past right as it's happening in the moment. So it's like, no, I don't know. I've never seen that. Oh, yes, I do. It's right here. Oh no, I've never. Yes, it is. I have one right here.
Right.
So
right.
like that was like quirky, but I thought it was like super dope. I can't honestly say that there's something I didn't like. Not right now. Not right now, because the pace was good. It was really one of those things that if you didn't see the first season, you were lost. You had to have seen the first season because they just, picked immediately up where it left off. I love the whole McDonald's thing in the middle of Oklahoma in 1982. Love that. I'm just, dude, I'm ready for us to see, He Who Remains, the next variant. Who's they gonna show? I'm ready for that. Like, I'm ready for that.
Yeah, I got some theories on Obi. Listen, I watched this thing at least three times, and I picked up some things. Shout out to all the Marvel YouTubers out there, because these guys, they really go in with all the theories and all the Easter eggs and stuff like that. We ain't gonna do that today. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna chop it up. We just gonna chop it up and talk about our reaction.
What's on the surface?
That's it. It. I was excited when I saw this. When I saw this, and you know where I'm going with this, you know what I'm saying? Once I saw this, I just want to say in advance, we ain't get all of the proof yet, but congratulations, Jonathan Majors. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Okay. But yeah, out the gate, this guy Loki is running away. Nobody recognizes him. Is he in the past or is he in the future? Where is he now? He's in the past.
He's in the past.
Right. So we don't know what's going on. They don't know what's going on. He jumps off the ledge, hits the taxi, goes into the taxi, and then the taxi crashes right into the window where
but before she crashed into the window, she
crashed into the statue.
The face. So I'm like, okay, everything means something.
Right. Yeah. So they crash into the statue first, and then they crash into the window where Casey is. That's Casey right there. Look, what would you do if this thing was coming at you in the window? I would freak out.
Right. What can you do? You got no time to react.
Right. I'm just like, wow, this is crazy. So, he's on the run. They don't know who he is. They're trying to prune him again. He's trying to just find somebody that knows him, but he's also going in and out of time. But nobody knows what it is, right? Except for this guy right here, except for Obi, right? Well, how you say his name?
Oribus.
Obi Oribus. Yeah, that's his name. So, yeah, I was excited to see him. Why? Because this is the guy from Goonies from way back in the day. And this is the guy from that movie. What's it called? Everything, Always, Somewhere.
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
There you go. And they got a... They got an Emmy for that. They got an award for that. So yeah, it was. I was excited to see him, and to me, I'm gonna just throw this out there right now. I'm gonna throw this out there right now. So Obi, right? Obi said, and we're spoiling it, fam. We spoiling it. Obi said that, yo, listen, this is the temporal this, and this is that, and this is the rules and regulations of the TVA book. I wrote it, right? You heard him say that?
Mm-hmm.
So if he wrote it and he knows what this is, and he's been around for 400 years or longer, probably longer, because he hasn't seen Morbius in 400 years, right? And every 200 years, he goes down and does whatever he does. I'm thinking that he's part of Kang, period. Like Kang, he helped Kang put all this together, or Kang put him on to just be a maintenance man of it. You know what I'm saying? Because if he knows all this stuff and nobody else does, you know what I'm saying?
Well, but you got to also remember too, they were brainwashed. So he's definitely, I don't even know that he necessarily knows. I think he knows only what he needs to know. Like everybody only knows what they need to know. Nobody remembers their previous lives. Nobody remembers anything beyond the TVA. So I think he only knows what he's supposed to know.
Yeah. I mean, this was an action-packed episode, number one. And from what I hear, episode 4 is crazy too. But I was very interested to see how they was like calling them in and saying, hey, listen, you shouldn't have stopped pruning. What's going on? And they all trying to figure it out, but nobody knows what's really happening. Nobody knows what's going on.
It's one of those things where you come to face with your reality is not really reality. And so it's the question of, do I want to give up? It's almost like the Matrix. Remember when he went and he was eating that steak and he was like, my mind is telling me this steak is not real. I know this is not real. You know, he was like, but ignorance is bliss.
Yes.
So I think that's really what's happening here with the TVA agents, is that ignorance is bliss. You know, like this is what we know. We're comfortable. Most of these people, the generals, we got position. You know what I'm saying? And now here come Loki busting everything up, literally busting everything up. And now we have to face this reality. I mean, it was weird, but the conversation at the round table in the war, what they call the war room. Yeah. In that conversation in the war room with the generals, it was like, no, this is absolute this. No, this is literally falling apart around us. How can you still take this stance?
Right.
So, yeah.
And the weird part about it, of course, I just showed you this guy just sleeping through the whole thing. He just like, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? I mean, the only time he woke up was when they was yelling like, okay, you made your point. I'm like, who is this dude? Right. But when your boy Loki came through and he just time slipped right into the room and then he took the pruning stick, man, he revealed everything. He's like, this is the guy behind it all. This is the guy who created this and who took your lives away and everything else like that. I'm like, man, like they have no idea because they're in the past.
I watched it once.
Okay.
And I got a question for you, Mr. I watched it 3 times.
Yes.
So
I may not know.
When they get to the part where, they're about to try to stop him from time slipping. Yeah. And of course, he time slips and he drops the pruning, the pruning stick? What's that thing called? Yeah. So he dropped it, right? So, Mobius picks it up. He did not prune himself in the future. Somebody pruned him. Yes. So it was like,
we don't know who that is yet. That's the one of the cliffhangers. We don't know which Sylvie that was coming out of the elevator. We don't know if that's the past or the present. Right.
Well, that's the future he was in.
He was in the future. Okay.
He was in the future.
So that's why she was like, okay, there you are. But we don't know until probably the next episode or the episode after that who actually pruned him. You know, it could have been the future Morbius. It could have been the future. It could have been the future Obi. You never know because they knew the
And
plan.
that's what I'm thinking. Because to prune him,
Yeah.
somebody had to have known why he was there and knew that
Yes.
he needed to be pruned in that moment because he was running out of time. He was out of time. Knew
Right.
he needed to be pruned in that moment. Because I was like, huh? Like, wait, what just happened?
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing about it is the only there's three people there, right? You got Obi, you got B-15, Hunter B-15, and you got Morbius. So it had to be one of those three in the future that pruned him and knew what was going on. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But again, I could be wrong. It could be the future, somebody else. Who knows? Who knows?
Or
I
well,
thought,
no, these times no. So he because I'm like maybe he pruned himself, but I'm like nah,
nah.
he wouldn't be in two timelines. But maybe he is in two timelines because the timeline is branching.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? But at this point, I don't think there is any other Lokis but him. Because he's the one time slipping from this place to that place to the future to the past. I don't think there's any
But
other
but when you
variants, right?
but when you think about that, and this is where we got to go back to hurting your head with time travel. There
Hmm.
is a Loki in the present. Because
Yeah.
if that's the case, there would be no Mobius in the past. There would be no Sylvie in the future. So
Is he
he's
there?
time slipping there. There is a Loki there.
Okay. So it might have been himself. Maybe. And he
Maybe.
knew what was going on. Yeah. I mean, and he sees Sylvie come out of this elevator. This was the wild part. Like
Yeah.
everybody is searching for her, but
And she's
she's
been
like,
hiding.
there you are. She messed the whole thing up. And she's like, there you are. I was like, huh? I'm like, I would be like, huh? What you mean? Here I am. Like crazy. But
Crazy.
but he got prone. I thought this was like the way they showed the special effects on it was
Yeah.
incredible. I thought this was crazy right here.
The cinematography all around was crazy.
All around. All around. I just want to know this though. Like this is supposed to be the future or the present or whatever, the TVA. Why is this suit so like old fashioned? You know what I'm saying? Why does it look like
Well, it
one of
has to be like 400 years. It's old. And he was like, is this crack? Dude, I fell out.
Yeah.
He put some duct tape on it.
He's like, bro, for real, you gonna send me out here in space and I got a cracked helmet? He took that duct tape.
It's crazy.
Ah man, I was just like, wow, this is crazy. And I like his bland sense of humor. He, Owen is like, yeah, I'm gonna huff and run back. Da, da, da. He was like, okay. It's like, okay, he's no emotion, no
When
emotion
he
at all.
told him, what did he say? What happens if we don't make it? He was like, the suit's gonna age, and he was telling like how you're gonna age with a suit, and then like you lose all your skin. Like
Right.
what?
Right. I thought the argument between them was like, well, I mean, Loki was like, okay, well, me being lost forever is not that bad or whatever. I'd rather my skin. No. He said, I'd rather my skin peel than go into a black hole and turn it to spaghetti. That's what he said.
And he's like all of the atoms, have atomic. I can't say the word.
Yeah.
Atomically separate.
Yeah. He's like, I'd rather have my skin peel. He's like, what's life without skin? You know what I'm saying? So there was some good comedy in there. I laughed, I chuckled. It was action packed. There was a lot in this thing. And we only in the first episode,
But when I think about season one,
Mhm.
like, I think that's what was so good about season one is it really didn't get stagnant. They were consistent episode to episode. I think
Right.
Loki had 9 episodes that like from one all the way through, they were pretty consistent. So I'm really looking forward to that consistency and I will scream it from wherever I am to wherever I will ever be. I
Yeah.
love what the MCU is doing with the TV shows and
Yes.
how we're able to just get right to it. And we don't have to worry about all these backstories and, bringing you up to speed. You can just, right into it, getting it inside.
Uh-oh, you breaking up.
But that's just me.
You time slipping right now. You breaking up. You frozen right now too.
It's fine on my end.
Yeah. That's all good. So yeah, I like where it's going to. Listen, they honestly, let's just keep it real. If you're a Marvel head, you already know. Some people feel one way, some people feel another way. They got to redeem themselves. To me, they got to redeem themselves. Like a lot of people felt like Loki should have been in the Quantum Mania, right? That was a missed opportunity. Some people feel like, the Secret Invasion wasn't the best ending it could be. Some people are just kind of like, I don't know, I don't know. So hopefully Loki will be that key to kind of like take us further out and finish out, phase 5 and go on this phase 6 and keep going. What you think?
Yeah, I think people just need to be patient. And
Mhm.
we can say all day that no, they're not. People are really holding on to uh Endgame and Infinity War, the Infinity Saga. Like people are
Yeah.
really holding on to that. And I get it, that ended on such an incredibly high note that it's hard to start over. And
Hmm.
if we really, really are honest and we take a look at the first 4 phases of the MCU,
Yeah.
Iron Man came out the gate swinging.
Yep.
But it was some misses in those phases too, because Thor Dark World is absolute trash.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Absolute trash.
Yeah.
Right? So not everything in those first phases were hits.
Hmm.
And I think what people are really missing is what I just said. The
Yeah.
the TV shows, they may not be the greatest, but they're important. And when we get to the
Hmm.
movie theater, the last time we had a backstory was in Eternals.
Yeah. Yeah.
When we got to Multiverse of Madness, we got right into it.
Yeah. I mean,
When we got to
I
No Way
can
Home, we got right into
I
it.
could say I really like the last Galaxy of the Guardians of the Galaxy. I really like that one. That one was real touching. At the same time, it kind
Really
of
good.
touched on the action as well. That was Rocket's story, right? And I can't say that I hated Doctor Strange, but I really think that they need to tie the Doctor Strange and Loki into each other. That needs to happen like quicker. I know
It
Doctor
will.
Strange has his story and Loki got a story. They need to tie that in. I need to see both of them on screen dealing with this multiverse and this, everything that's glitching right now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Monique 69
And
Ways. I
we
didn't know you was a
will.
Marvel head like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get
Hmm.
there, and people just need to be patient and let
Yeah.
us get there. Like I personally, I don't want to rush it. I really don't.
Hmm.
Like I want to get to Secret Wars, and I want to get to all of that and have the same theatrical experience that I had with Infinity War and with Endgame. Like let's get there. Let's let this play out, and let's get there.
Well,
Let's be patient, because really, at the end of the day, what we got is Marvel and DC, and DC can't get it right.
we'll get into that.
So let's be patient.
We'll get into that another time. But I'm gonna say that I enjoyed this first one, and then of course it's just reminding me of what's to come. And you see what's to come. Kang is coming. All right, there's no question about it.
He is
These
here.
variants are coming. You know what I'm saying? Like it's on the way, and this is what he's telling Morbius. Is what Loki's telling him. Like all of them are coming. Like it's gonna be a whole massive amount of Kangs coming, and they coming to destroy everything. So that, Sylvie taking out He Who Remains was the biggest mistake, but it's leading us into all these action movies. So thank you, Sylvie, for doing that. Because now we're gonna get Kang Dynasty, we're gonna get all that good stuff, right?
Mhm.
What else stuck out to you as
Oh,
far
what
as
else?
this episode? I know we were talking earlier about the whole weird general holding the dude's head and
Yeah, that was weird. I
I don't know if that
It
was
was
his mother or what do you
maybe,
think, guys? Drop your
I
drop.
don't know if maybe there was some familial part to that, or
Mhm.
I don't know that or is that how, maybe is that some mode of communication that we just never saw before? I don't know. It was really strange to me, because it was like, huh?
Right, right. They kind of just was like, man, it's we know what to do. We know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me see Monique
Because it wasn't like
69
whispering.
ways.
It was weird. It
It
was
was
weird.
weird. She says, yeah. I was a comic book geek. Okay. That's what I'm talking. Okay, now I know. Now we friends. We definitely friends. Find me. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. I already know you follow me, but find me. We gonna definitely have this discussion. Definitely. Yeah. So I thought that was kind of weird, but we're gonna find out more. I think we're gonna find out more as time goes on. Let me see anything else. I really agree with you. I really like that Obi past present conversation, but there's more to come with him. There's more to come with him.
Yep.
There's more to come. Let me see what else we
Who
got.
I'm looking forward to seeing, because we didn't see her this episode, is Miss Minute. Remember, he made reference like, she's a part of it, like don't trust her, something like that he said. So there's a theory. I didn't watch it. But somebody posted online. I want to say it was one of was it New Age Rock Stars? One of those channels. I think that's his name. Whatever. Somebody posted a theory of what Miss Minute they think Miss Minute really is. So I got to go back and watch that because it's definitely something strange.
Oh yeah, definitely something. Yeah, definitely something strange. Do me a favor. Put your thumb up like this. There you go. You didn't see it because you was talking.
I see it.
So yeah, shout out to the new iPhone.
I think it's supposed to, like, if you make a heart, it's supposed to do all kind of stuff.
Yeah. I think you do celebration. I don't know. It's all good. That's how you know. Marvel geeks in the building. I thought this was dope right here. Let's go through this real quick. When he did get pruned, right? Mm-hmm. And that, what's it called? Lamper, whatever it's called. It worked.
The temporal.
Yes, temporal. And it pulled him. And man, your boy Obi was about to shut down Morbius, man. Like that door was shutting fast. Like if it wasn't for Loki being pulled, like they wouldn't have made it. They wouldn't have made it at all. They wouldn't have made it. Yeah. But I thought it was cool. Again, the cinematography looked like that camera, that right there, crazy.
But I'm curious as to how far into the future was that?
Right.
Because when you think about what happened in the past, when he put that crack in the floor when the screen fell, that had to have been. So you're talking about that has been hundreds of years.
Yeah, because they don't age. They don't age at all.
Right. And he's like, that's been here as long as I've been here, and he's been there for hundreds of years.
You're right. He has been there hundreds of years, and then they got the new screen, the bigger screen that shows all the timelines going crazy like that. So not that little orange ball that fell in the beginning. So I think we're gonna see a huge battle go down. They sent in all the troops, like who is it? The other guy, the hunter. He was like, they
sent in everybody.
They said they raided the armory, and it was like, they going after Sylvie. I'm like, all of that for Sylvie? All of that for Sylvie? It's like, yo, this is gonna be crazy. But again, like Sylvie could take on whole armies of TVAs and just take them all out, no question.
But not just that. If you remember from season 1, she's an expert at hiding in the timeline.
Oh yeah.
And so how in the world are you going to find her now that the timeline is branching and it's infinite timelines?
Yes.
It could literally be anywhere.
Absolutely. What's up, Tamika's Den? What's going on? She can, but at the same time, if you remember from season 1, she could fight too. Okay, like she can take them all down. So that's why you need an army. You know what I'm saying? She learned a lot of stuff. She's gained a lot of skills over the hundreds and thousands of years she's been in other timelines. You know what I'm saying? She may have been in Japan. She may have been in China and learned karate. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? There you go.
This is true.
That's right. That's right, Monique. They on Sylvie's ass. That's right. Hot on her heels. You know what I mean? My question to everybody here, as we chatting is, how would you find her? That's the question. You know what I'm saying? Because with everything going crazy, what's the first timeline you're going to go to find Sylvie? You know what I'm saying? Now I know she probably has. At this point, she doesn't even have like the regular processor to jump and go into a timeline. She has He Who Remains wrist thing, so she can go anywhere she wants. You know what I'm saying? So I want to know, where are they going? Where are they
And
going?
nobody knew about her past. The only one who
Right.
knew how to find her was, and I can't remember her name, the lady in season 1.
Yeah.
Because she knew of Sylvie's life before she became a variant. So that's how she knew like where to go and search for her. Like these
Right.
people, nobody knows where to find her. Like you know nothing about her. So
Exactly.
but I think Loki will because they're both Lokis. I think there'll be something connecting that draws him to her.
Yeah, I think they mentioned it in the first season. It's like a magnet. It's a magnet that keeps drawing them together somehow. It doesn't matter what timeline they're in. They're always going to like come back together. Always going to come back together somehow, some way, even though she kicked them into another timeline. You know what I mean? Morby is funny. Like, yeah, I want to know who won. I want to know who won the fight. He's like, well,
so did she kick you through a door and you guys
Right.
went through a time door
Y'all both would,
simultaneously?
yeah, did both of y'all kick each other in the timeline? He's like, whatever, dog, like whatever. So let's get to this right here. Again, I thought it was an excellent. If you're just joining us again, we're talking about Loki season 2. We got Amy Veronica in the building. I am VACAY-J. Make sure you hit that like button for us. We appreciate it. Definitely. If you're into Marvel, if you love Marvel, if you love Loki, definitely hit that like button. And again, if you have not subscribed yet to Amy Veronica or myself, VACAY-J, do us a favor, and subscribe. All right. I want to talk about this mid-credit scene. Okay. Because I think it's very important that we talk about this. Let me see. Before we get to that, I think I got a couple of more exclusive picks, maybe from another episode. I did say exclusive picks. We are going to see Sylvie and Loki and everybody else. I don't know what time period this is, but that's Sylvie right there, right? That is Sylvie.
Looks like it, yeah.
That's Sylvie that was probably in that elevator, right? Because this right here, 1982, 84, that's a whole different. She got a whole different outfit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. This may be an older Sylvie, maybe, based on her outfit. But we'll see. We'll see. Let me see. What's the other thing I wanted to show you guys? Exclusive Marvel stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm looking forward to seeing when they actually do meet up, what that conversation is going to be like. What do you think? Family, drop your comments below. And Amy, what do you think? What is the first conversation going to be about when they see each other? This is after she took out He Who Remains.
I think he's gonna want to punch on her face, but I think the question is gonna be like, why? Why did you do that? Like, look what you've done. Like, why? Why didn't you listen? And I hope we don't get another moment like we did with the two of them, and it was really kind of it wasn't really romantic, but it was more like sensual. We don't need no more of that.
Oh yeah. What's up, Moochella? What's up, Moochie? How you doing? Thank you for coming through. I don't know. Listen, your man's was ready to marry her. Basically, he was ready to get down on one knee, like, I'm declaring my love to you. He shed a tear. You know what I'm saying?
More love to himself, because I think that's what it was all about. Because
he was in love with himself.
Loki, so all that weird stuff.
He's like, I see myself in you because you are me, just the female version. Right. So let's get into it. She's just walking around. What is this, Oklahoma or something like that? 1984, 1982?
Yeah,
Oklahoma. 82, right? And she rolls up in the spot. Now, again, they don't say, as you said, what'd you say? You said it earlier.
It's in McDonald's.
Right. But they don't say it, right?
Yeah. They don't say it.
He don't say his, they don't say the slogan, well, welcome to McDonald's. They don't say that. Right. So she rolls up to the dude and, he's like, what would you like? What she said something crazy. What did she say?
He said something like, we got our new, he was like, you can get
the chicken McNuggets.
Or you have a Big Mac. Like, come on, OG McDonald's.
But she was like, yo, just give me something that doesn't have a face, that's not alive, that, like, She don't want to eat no
Right.
rats, no
So
cats,
she
no
been like
dogs.
living.
Yeah.
Ugh, she's been living rough.
Yeah, she had to eat whatever she could. You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows what she was eating. But I thought it was
Or for how
interesting in family.
long?
Huh?
I said,
Say it
or
again.
for how long? I said, we don't know what she been eating or for how long.
True, 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 true. But she been surviving, and yeah, it's interesting, right? Because she was a little girl when she escaped. I guess she ages because now she's a grown woman, so she's not like a TVA person. Um, she's a Loki, right? So yeah, okay,
But she's not. So she's in these multiple timelines, but she's not protected by time. So you
right,
could say in the TVA they don't age because they're protected by time. They're the
right,
guardians of time, so they wouldn't. But so she's, she's aging. She's not protected by time.
right. Yeah, she's not protected by time at all. Hmm. Excuse me. Okay. So she turns around, right? She turns around in the McDonald's as he's going through the menu and her face starts to change. I thought this was real interesting to watch because she's observing like couples and they're laughing. This is the 80s. So you already know McDonald's is popping. You know what I'm saying? That's like the spot. They must be out on a date or something. My man got his suit. He's like, yo, meet me at me. Yo, he took me to McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? That's the spot right there. Instead of Red Lobster, it's McDonald's, But
Right.
we notice her just really looking at kind of the PDA, right? Public display of affection that's going on. And she sees how happy these kids are. They're having fun. There's something that she probably never experienced in her life, and then she turns around or she just says, I want to try everything. What were your thoughts about that? She said, I want to try everything. What do you think she was really talking about?
It's definitely not about the McDonald's menu. But remember, she's been on the run since she was a
Yeah.
kid. And so she never experienced anything. Like she's never
Right.
experienced life, never lived life, never had friends, taken from her, escaped from her family so young. So just everything. Like now, of course, because she doesn't know what's going on with the TVA. I'm sure she knows she has caused some irreparable damage. But in this moment, it's just like I have an opportunity to experience stuff because I'm free. I'm pretty sure
Oh,
I want to
froze
laugh, I
again.
love, I want to play, I want to do everything.
Right. Okay. Monique 69 Ways, excuse me, says human interaction. Yeah. Yeah. She hasn't had any human interaction at all. Right. As you said that. Wow, to not have a mom, to not have a dad, to not have a childhood, to always be on the run, to, hide it in alleyways and probably digging in garbage cans to get food or stealing or doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? She had to do whatever to survive on the streets of the timeline. It's not even just any street. It's the street of the timeline. You know what I mean? So
It's
yeah,
every
yeah,
street.
definitely. Exactly. Whatever street, whatever.
She hopped from, if you go back to season 1, she hopped from not just like timeline to timeline. She went from like age to age. Sylvie lived amongst dinosaurs at one point.
Right.
Like she just
Yeah.
went from like age to age. She was everywhere.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
that's crazy.
She was back in the day with the Romans and probably back then when Jesus was around. She was everywhere. She was all over the place.
She was
You know what I mean?
everywhere.
What if, again, shout out to all my people who are religious, what I'm saying? Again, it's just jokes and it's just entertainment. But what if she was like in Jerusalem? You know what I'm saying? What if she was like seeing the disciples hanging out, you know what I'm saying? And then when he made 5,000 fish and all this and that, what if she was like, oh, let me get some of that? You know what I mean? I ain't being sacrilegious. I'm just joking.
She was amongst the multitude.
You know what I'm saying? She got the manna from heaven. What if she
I'm done
was?
with you.
I'm
She
just
won her in
saying.
the wilderness. You know what? I'm done. I'm done.
She was in all the timelines, right? I'm not trying to disrespect. I'm just saying she was in all the timelines. So what if she was back then? You know what I mean? So
Sylvie was the woman at the well.
wow. What if? What if? Again, what if? We're just speculating. It's just jokes. But anyway, I got a couple more picks here. This is probably, I don't know, it's probably from episode 2 or 3. We don't know yet, but I got some extra picks here. And this is from the trailer. This is from the trailer that came out a while ago. And she actually starts working at McDowell's. Right?
McDowell's.
It's the Golden Arches or the Golden Arcs.
No, it's McDowell's. It's the Golden Arc.
Right. So she, I mean, if they don't want to say the name, we can say the name, right? She working at McDowell's, yo. So,
Making big picks.
so we see that Loki rolls up, man, and I guess he finds her. Remember, we talked about the whole magnet thing. One way or another, he is always going to come across Sylvie. Now, again, what I found out, and shout out to, again, all the YouTubers who cover Marvel, because I watch y'all. We all watch each other. What I'm finding out is that, Marvel actually did a campaign prior to the show coming out. So they actually made some sweet and sour labels for their chicken McNuggets. You know what I'm saying? So when he said, yeah, you could try the chicken McNuggets, I think they were trying to promote something here and promote this show as well. You see it says new season streaming. Yeah, product placement. Definitely.
Well, remember, we talked about it earlier. If you go to McDonald's, I think I saw it on Instagram. So if you go to their Instagram page, they have like different plugs for different things. So like they'll show like the McDonald's paper bag, and it says like as seen in this movie, or the sauce is as seen in this movie. So McDonald's been throwing little plugs around too.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they got the biggest franchise. They got every location in the world. Why not?
Well, listen, I'm gonna say this before we move on. They need to bring back the McChicken. Burger King, not the McChicken, the snack wrap. Because Burger King came out with a snack wrap. So McDonald's, if y'all watching this, give it back.
Here we go.
They got it in Bali, so bring it back.
Man, forget all of that. I'm not shopping. I'm not eating no place else but McDowell's. I'm going to Queens, New York to eat at McDowell's. Okay. Shout out to James and all of that. And Akeem. So what do we think as we about 45 in? What do we think about Marvel with this one right here? I think they're on a good path. I'm excited again. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that I totally lost excitement. We talked about it. I was kind of like, but I think with this, I'm really looking forward to the rest of the season. What about you?
Absolutely. I've been waiting on this. Like, counting down the days. I've been waiting on season 2. We've been waiting on season 2 since season 1 ended, to be totally honest. I've been waiting on it. I've just been I've been waiting on Marvel, honestly. Because it's been such a long gap between projects. And, when we were kind of used to a certain cadence, they changed the cadence on us. And so, just been waiting. And then I think we can all agree that She-Hulk was not good.
Terrible.
Terrible. Going from that to Miss Marvel, which was meh.
It was going
from that and then having such a long stretch. And then now we had Secret Invasion, which I personally liked. I don't like what I did not like about Secret Invasion. I did not like the way they killed off Gravik. That villain deserves
That's what I'm talking about.
Such a better death, because that dude was a monster.
That's what I'm talking about. See, he was a great villain to me. You know what I'm saying? Like they could have stretched this out. It could have ran into, the whole Captain America movie as well, if they wanted to mix politics into it, because it was all political. You know what I'm saying? So, I feel the same way. I feel like, what was her name that got all the powers? She got all the powers. Gaia. Guy's the most powerful, I'm not going to say superhero, most powerful being in Marvel right now. Like, even against Captain Marvel, who's supposed to be the most powerful. You know what I'm saying? So where do we go from here? I don't know, but I'm gonna stick with Loki. We're gonna go through the timelines.
So
You know,
I got a theory that has nothing to do with nothing.
yeah,
But because we know MCU does not exactly mirror the comics.
nope,
The comics is kind of the blueprint, and they kind
yeah,
of go from there.
hmm
I think it would be dope when they bring in X-Men, instead of Rogue stealing Miss Marvel's power, she
hmm
takes Gaia's.
mm. Okay, I like that theory. I like that theory. Listen, I'm waiting for X-Men, man. Like I'm an X-Men dude. Like when it was out with Fox, I was watching all the X-Men, all of them. Even though the terrible one with Phoenix, I watched that too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm down with X-Men. Like X-Men was one of my favorites. So,
I'm
from a
waiting on
comic
X-Men
books.
97.
Yeah. I
Can't
mean,
wait.
all the X-Men, you know what I'm saying? All the X-Men, period. Wolverine's my guy, Cyclops, like I love it all. Jean Grey is crazy. Like, yeah. So I'm looking forward to that too. Let me see what Monique 69 Ways says. He says, I agree about Gravik. Unlive him too soon. Yep, they could have waited to do that in the movie. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we could have had him move like that whole, because they set up this whole political thing with the president and this and that. You know what I mean? Like you could have just transitioned that into the new Captain America. Shout out to my Captain America. You know what I'm saying? They could have transitioned that, but I don't know what they're thinking. They're not coming together as far as writing. They're not, they used to put the pieces together. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, well, we got Iron Man, right? And then we got Thor, and Thor gonna come down to Earth and somehow, some way at the end credit scene is gonna connect with Iron Man or connect with Captain America. They always connect, and the movies was connected before. Now they not, they like disjointed to me. They like the timeline right now.
Maybe that's the point. Maybe that's the point. I don't know. But no, I do.
Yeah.
I agree with that. It's not as cohesive, or it doesn't seem to be as cohesive as it used to be. But I'm keeping my faith that it's all going to come together, and it's going to work well. Like there's a reason to the madness. But I enjoy Secret Invasion. I think that what we got is definitely going to bleed into some other stuff. And I know everybody is wondering, like, what's now going to become of Rhodey?
Yeah. I mean,
like,
we're talking about
nothing.
Well, we're talking about what was it? Iron Wars, right? That has to happen somehow, some way. He got to
Armor Wars, yeah,
Armor Wars. He got to get his legs back, and it may have to be on some bionic stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like remember when they found him and Gaia released him, like he couldn't even stand up.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to get that. Then we got to get Ironheart involved. Then we got to get Pepper Potts involved, and then we got to get Tony Stark's daughter involved as well with that. But I want that to all, honestly, if it was me, if I was connecting this, I want all of that to connect to the Captain America. And then we just kind of bring it all together for the Secret Wars. And, we get into the Kang Dynasty, and, they're going to lose in the Kang Dynasty. You know that.
Yeah.
The Avengers going to lose, all of them, all the Avengers. There's supposed to be new Avengers coming as well, a new assemble. Yeah. I think the West Coast Avengers are coming. So
I think somebody said they were doing Young Avengers too.
Probably because they've been playing with us with Scarlet Witch's sons, right? Mm-hmm. And who else? What other kid? I'm trying to remember. But yeah, the Young Avengers, West Coast Avengers, New Avengers. It's gonna be New Avengers. So that should be Captain America leading that one. But we'll see. We'll see. Listen, I'm excited.
They're rumoring that RDJ is
returning. Yeah, I heard that too. I hope so.
I get it, but I kind of want him to be away. I want him to stay away.
I think it's part of the whole variant thing. I think that he has to come back on a different timeline in order for it to make sense. That's just my thinking. You know what I'm saying? Because if we're going to go in the past on a different timeline, who we going to talk to? A guy that looks like Tony, looks like Robert Downey Jr.? No, that ain't going to make no sense. Like, how we going to really get this storyline to sell?
But where they really left us hanging, though, and we are like way off of Loki.
We way off of Loki. We love you. We discovered it.
why they really kind of left us hanging
Yeah.
was with Venom. Like they gave us this end credit scene at the end of Let There Be Carnage.
Yeah.
At the end of Carnage, and nothing else has come of that. Like we thought we were gonna see something in No Way Home. We didn't. There has been nothing that references that piece of symbiote that was left at the end of that movie. So it's like, okay, is Marvel playing games? Is Sony playing games? What we doing?
Right. Yeah, I mean, listen, I know you like the whole Carnage thing. I'm like, whatever. Yeah. I'm a Spider-Man guy. I want to see, and they better pick this up and get this going. Like, we got to finish up with this whole SAG. Shout out to all the actors out there still striking. Shout out to the writers that got it cleared, but the actors are still striking. But I want to see, the Spider-Verse continuation. I need to see that because Spider-Verse was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like crazy. Like I was like, yo, this is dope. So,
both of them, though, both of those,
yes.
Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, those two films are everything that a comic book movie is supposed to be.
Yes. I think, honestly, that was, hate to say it, but I think that was my favorite Marvel movie this past year, to be honest with you, because it wasn't Quantumania and Thor. I mean, was Thor last year? This year, I don't remember. Like
Love and Thunder was last year.
Oh my god, terrible ending. That's just my opinion. Let me see what.
No,
wait, it was earlier this year, wasn't it? No, it was last year.
Wait a minute, I'm trying to.
It was last year. It was last year.
It was last
year. Yeah,
because I didn't hate. Oh,
I know you didn't hate it, but
I didn't hate Love and Thunder. It was absolutely not Ragnarok.
Okay,
Ragnarok was.
But see, that's my point. Hold on, let me read this comment first, and then we're gonna finish that. Monique 69 Way says they're gonna have to get him up to speed with Rhodey. He missed a lot since Civil War. Yeah, definitely, because he wasn't around for Civil War. I mean, he was around, but then he got hurt, and then after that, the Skrull came in.
Yeah,
after he got hurt, the Skrull came in and replaced him. Right, you're right about that. Okay, what I was going to say was, if you going to do Ragnarok or a movie like Ragnarok, where should it go? It has to go up. You know where it went?
I don't know that it could have. That's the thing.
No, because I watched Ragnarok like 7, 8, 9 times. I watched Ragnarok, yo. Ragnarok is like the dopest Thor movie ever, yo, to date. To date. I will watch it after this, if anything. You know what I'm saying?
I can't front. I'm stacking Ragnarok on it's in my top 4 MCU movies.
Ragnarok, I'm gonna say, is like in my top 10. I'll say it's in my top 10. Because it had everything. You know what I'm saying? It had like everything. But that was like, whoever that director is, I forgot his name, crazy dude. Tika, whatever his name is. Kika, whatever. Tiki.
Yeah, that dude. I can't think of his name. That dude.
Talking another language right there. Yeah, so he did great on Ragnarok, and then he did too much with Love and Thunder. To me, as far as the goats and the extra comedy, it was just extra. It was like, now you trying too hard. Like in Ragnarok, it was just enough. That's just my opinion.
But we gotta. I mean, you can't talk about Love and Thunder and not give it up to the scene with the kids. That was like the best scene in the movie. When
I like
gave the power to the kids. Like that was like the best part of the movie.
I'm not going front. I liked it. I did like that part when all the kids got the powers. Even the little dog got the power too. The little bear. Yep. Monique, she says, my daughter loved that movie, Thor Ragnarok. Yeah, it's a great movie, right? But then she said, here we go. See, shout out to Monique. That we on a level, Monique 69. We know that Love and Thunder was in comparison. Like, if we want to make a comparison,
it doesn't.
The ending was terrible. Like, come on, okay, Uncle Thor. And now she got and they went into battle together. Come on, man. I was just like,
Okay, wait a minute. Why didn't you like that?
Because it
Why
was
don't you like that?
corny. It was corny to me. It was corny. I don't like corn. I don't like cornflakes in my Marvel cereal. You know what I'm saying? It was corny to me. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I think Monique 69 Ways agrees with me. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just a level of corniness that I just
For
did not
me,
want to rock with. You know what I'm saying?
I get it. I get it. I think I appreciated seeing Thor grow up. So here's a person who has been immature, irresponsible, for thousands of years. Like thousands of years. We finally get a point of maturation with this character. So I guess that's why I didn't necessarily hate it, because I've been waiting for Thor to grow the freak up.
Can I speak for
Of course.
the Marvel men out there? We ain't give a damn about Thor's maturity. Okay. We don't care about Thor maturing. You know what I'm saying? Fight some cats. You know what I'm saying? Throw some thunderbolts. You know what I mean? Like, we ain't care about the maturity. Like, okay, he finally matured. Now he's boring. You matured. You on a freaking mountain meditating.
Oh my
Boo.
god.
Like, come on, dog. Like, give me some action. You know what I'm saying? I
You're
mean,
such a dude.
Monique,
You're
you know
such
what
a
I'm
dude.
talking about. Like, come on, straight up. Like, we don't care about none of that extra stuff. And there's a lot of cats out there talking. And again, you know, we
Yeah.
do love Marvel. We got love for Marvel, right? But a lot of woke stuff has come through the door in the past 2 years, and that
Yeah.
is what's ruining these entertainment movies that we go see. We don't want to know. We don't want to talk about the maturity level. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Give me action. I go to movies to be a little kid again. You know what I'm saying? See my shirt? I go to have fun. You know what I'm saying? I go to be entertained. I don't go to be like, well, now Thor is a grown man. Now he's going to have a mortgage. He's going to have,
Well, it wasn't to that level, but I
I'm
get
just,
you.
I'm just saying, we don't care about that. We really don't. Give me some action.
Now wait a minute, because how you
What?
gonna say we don't care about that? But then on the one hand, not you, specifically, but then on the
Yeah.
other hand, it's like, where's the character development? There's no character development. Okay, we can't say we want one and not the other.
Listen, I don't know what development they talking about. I just want a great action movie with a lot of fighting, a lot of all of that space stuff and all. I want that. Give me the original Captain America where they was just beating me. You know what I'm saying? He was just going in. Give me the Iron Man. Give me, you know what I mean? Like, give me that
I'm
action. Give
with
me
you.
the action. That's why I go Iron Man action. Ain't nobody
I'm with
want to
you.
talk all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm that kid. Like, again, I'm up there, okay, in age. Okay, y'all don't know how old I am. I'm never gonna tell y'all, but just know. Anyway, just know when I was a kid, I would read a couple of lines, but what am I looking for? I'm looking for, oh, boom, Captain America knocked this dude out. Oh, boom, the Hulk just smashed the whole building. I'm looking at that as a little kid. So as a grown man looking for that entertainment, listen,
Dude, I know you're not into, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but bruh, you gotta read The Last Ronin.
The Last
Like,
Ronin.
that's my recommendation. It's the what you call it? It's a it's not a comic. It's a comic, but it's not a comic. It's a
Okay.
visual. I can't think of it. It's late, but yeah, read that. The Last Ronin.
Okay. Look, Monique 69 Ways Johnson. I got to say your full name because you hit it right on the nail. They trying to bring that human realism to superhero movies. Thank you, Monique
Well, they've been
69
trying to do
Ways.
that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate that. Again, when Stanley was around, I'm going to just say it. When Stanley was around, it was a better time in Marvel, to be real with you. Because Stan Lee invented this universe, and it wasn't about, okay, there was some conscious things that he did in the comics a long time ago because that's the time. Civil rights movement, X-Men is different. X-Men was about us being different to society and how they treated us as, black people in United States. You know what I'm saying? They
What?
compared
Yeah.
Professor X to Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. I forgot. I think it was his brother
And
Magneto.
Magneto was Malcolm X, and Xavier was
Martin Luther King, right? Nonviolence, right? So again, it was slipped in there, but it wasn't shoved down our throats. You know what I mean? So, you know, again, let's get back to Loki, but Loki's great. I like Loki. I give it a thumbs up.
Loki is. They did a really good job with taking what most would probably characterize as a secondary character. They did a really good job of bringing him to the forefront. And Tom Huddleston is just awesome.
He does his thing.
Like,
I said it to you earlier. Like, he brought Loki to life. I can't see anybody else playing Loki but him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he does his thing in this thing, and he's been around for a long time. I remember seeing his original casting reel. Like, he was so young. I think it's over like almost 20 years since he's been Loki or something like that. It's been a while.
Yeah. When did the first Avengers
come out?
08? What was that? 08? No, 2010. 2010.
So it's going on. You know.
Yeah.
15 years, 20 years. Like, he's been Loki for a long time. So anybody else can play Loki. Yeah.
You know, he originally auditioned for Thor.
Yes, I did see that. I can't see him as Thor. Nah.
Not at all.
I'll be like, boo. No. So fam. Thank you for hanging with us today. Anything else you want to say about Loki? I'm looking forward to the rest of the season.
Absolutely. I guess you want to give them the cadence of how we're doing this? So
yes, I'm going to give them the cadence of how we're doing this. The cadence, you know, she comes with the corporates, you know, the corporate wording.
Leave me alone.
I gotta mess with myself. You know, it's been a long time. You ain't been here in a while. I gotta mess with you. So family, this is the way we're doing it. You know, of course, my sister, she comes up with the great ideas. And we were thinking of how we're going to do this. Are we going to do episode by episode? She has a busy schedule. I have a busy schedule. So what we're going to do is we're going to do what we did today, which is we talked about the new season. We're going to come back in the middle of the season. We're going to talk about what we think. And then we're going to come back for the finale and talk about what we think about the whole season. So you'll be seeing us 2 more times. If you're watching this for the first time, definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And we're going to see you guys after what? Episode what? 4, 5?
3.
3? Episode 3? How many episodes is it?
I think this one is 6.
6? Okay. So after episode 3, maybe episode 4, because I heard episode 4 got some answers.
Okay. Well,
so I think 4 would be probably best. And then if it's 6, then we'll watch 2 more and then wrap the whole thing up. Because what I heard from some reliable sources, episode 4 got some answers that we need. Because 3 is kind of like setting more things up. So definitely come on back. Monique 69 Ways. Thank you for coming through. Appreciate you for hanging with us. You know what I'm saying? You Marvel. So you a Marvel sister. You down now. You know what I'm saying? We gonna rock. We gonna rock out. And definitely anybody else you know that loves Marvel, low key, whatever, definitely, you know, share this with them and, you know, have them join in the conversation. If you're watching this on a replay, definitely hit that VACAY replay. Type that in VACAY replay. Just VACAY replay. It's a lot of words. It's VACAY replay, okay? Or just replay. Just let us know. We appreciate you guys. Definitely thank you for coming through. Monique 69 Ways. Johnson, Moochella came through. Tamika's Den came through. Daria, of course, came through, and Tifinity TV came through, and of course, All Things Ruthless, Tika Deshawn came through. Definitely right now, she's doing her live, so definitely going to shoot over there and check her out. But this has been great, sis. It's been great.
It has.
Man.
We have to do this again. Well, we will do it again.
I mean, we definitely going to do it again. I mean, it feels like it's been like 1,000,000 years since you've been here. You know, but definitely don't be a stranger, ma'am. Don't be a stranger.
I'll be back on the block.
You'll be back on the block, bro.
Be back on the block.
Be back.
You and this music.
I tell you, man. You know, this is VACAY-JayTV.
I see. Well, let me shout you out, my friends. For those like Daria that have been around from like the very, very beginning, I am so proud of you, Jay. Like knowing where the channel started, you know, I was there, you know, when it was just a brainchild,
Yes.
So, congratulations. You are, over 10K subscribers. So, I'm so proud of you, and keep doing what you're doing, bro.
Thank you, sis. I'm proud of you too. Keep doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Amy got a lot of stuff going on. She got a lot of stuff going on. But thank you for the love, the support. You the real deal. You the real deal. So thank you for rocking with me today. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna do this. Check us out after episode 4. We'll be back with Loki, and definitely share this, guys. Hit that like button, share, hit that subscribe button. And until next time, salute.